All right, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's the top of the hour and it's time for class. I want to welcome all those of you that are joining us right now, right here on Facebook and YouTube. All of you, our students, I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. This thing is changing my life in so many ways, people. So many ways, because of the commitment that I have made, that even with the conference coming up and the things that I have to do for conference, I have to work it around this schedule, because that's how serious that I am about this. That's how serious. And it's because of conference next week. Oh, thank you so much for letting me know that the music is on, Karen. It's because of conference being on next week that it definitely would not be feasible for me to be able to do the classes. But we will get back there, even if I have to be doing recording to do the classes, I would do that. But today I realized, my goodness, because I had something to do. Thank you, Brenda, for sharing. I had something to do to get the bus registered, and I was missing something when I went to the DMV, and because I did not have the key with me, it's all right, Mavis. Because I did not have the key with me, I could not get the information that I needed in order to go back to them, because I had to be here for the class. And so that's what commitment, people, is all about. And I'm just saying that if I go through all of that with all of the pressures that I have at this time, and the things that I've got to be preparing for, then you would know I'm committed to this thing. And I want to salute every one of you that have shown that commitment to wisdom. The more I think about it, the more I read, ladies and gentlemen, is the more I realize, my God, we are missing we are missing so much there. And there is just such an amazing life that wisdom has for us if we will hearken to her voice. I'm discovering, even things I knew before, but they are taking on new light for me there as I myself embark on this journey. And I know, people, all of you that are coming on there, all of you that are present, those of you that are even watching the replay. Esther Williams, I saw you were trying to get to me. I haven't been able to look at your message. I will do that. People, it is very, very hectic for both my wife and I as we are preparing for the conference. And not just that, I accepted the invitation. They wanted me to be the speaker for all of the services from Wednesday to Sunday, and I just could not make it because of some of the plans that we have. So I told them I would only be able to give them 2 nights, and that is tomorrow and Thursday, because we have so many people coming in. Some folks are here already. They are in Orlando, and so Patricia, and I could understand. And it's like I mean, not even on the School of Wisdom. Terry, bless you, sweetheart. Just stay the fort, my dear. Stay the fort. You're going to have your moments. I want you to understand that. And it would look like you will be going in and out, as I see you coming up there, because that's not even the program where we, take time to address people in that sense. But I see you, and I want you to know, okay, Prophet Troy is having problems in Houston. The Wi-Fi, their connection is not very good. I trust that you would be able to see him there. So Terry, just want you to know you have a family. As I said to you before, you have a family at Kingdom Life in St. Thomas. You have a family at Ashley Estrada Ministries. You've got family members there. You've got family with Breakthrough Harvest Church. And I know that Prophet Troy loves you very much. And we want you to know that we love you, Terry. When you hurt, we hurt. And so we are going to stand with you. People are praying for you and just giving you the covering that you need. And so we just want to say to you, at a time like this, stay focused on your Lord. Stay focused, Terry. He will bring you through. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. There are people in this AEM family who have lost children the same way that you lost your son. The Lord helped them. It was very, very difficult. But I just want you to know we are sending you love. We are sending you support. And I know some of you have already done that, but I just want you just to be able to come on board and let Sister Terry know. She's just such an amazing, loving person there. And when the Bible says we mourn with those who mourn, we grieve with those who grieve, Terry, we want you to know that that is how we feel about you. And knowing, and here's Joylet, our daughter in England, who lost her husband just months ago. They were so much in love, loved each other. But she is picking up the pieces, and I know that it's not back to normal for her. But I'll say this, man, that our only hope is the Lord. He's the one who sustains us. And Terry, we just want you to know that we are family. And that's how it is supposed to be there. And don't think that we are going to forsake you. We will be there for you, standing with you in the spirit, and believing God for you and the rest of the family to be able to just bring you through there. Now let me let me say this. I know some people are working, some people their schedule doesn't allow them to be able to be there every single live class. But you show me your commitment when you go back, when you don't just say, oh, I missed yesterday. Because I'm going to go back to what I'm saying. And I want you to know that. Personally, I'm on a journey with wisdom to become better than I am, to become more discerning than I am, more perceptive than I am. I am on that journey. I don't have to be on Facebook for me to be on that journey, because it's a personal choice and commitment. I want you to hear me. But because of you, because I believe that this is a mandate from God, so my morning and my evening revolves around these two things there, because I believe that there are people that wisdom wants to enhance their life there. That wisdom wants to elevate them above their peers. And that's what wisdom is going to do for us. We're going to discover some things from Proverbs chapter 3 about we're going to continue to discover some tremendous rewards there. Miranda is saying she's in Houston. She has lost power because of the hurricane that passed there. But she just said that she's in the Galleria Mall charging her phone so she can listen to the program. That's commitment. That's hunger. That's passion. And I applaud you, Miranda. And I know that God's going to honor that sacrifice that you are making. And so for every one of us that's making that sacrifice, I want you to know it's going to pay off. Great dividends is what it's going to pay off. When you discover what wisdom says all over the book of Proverbs about her rewards, how she's going to make you sharp, how she's going to make you prosperous. Yes, it's in there. How she's going to grant you long life, because some of the things that she is going to implant in you, endow in you, will save your life, will cause you to live life well, as we discovered earlier on. So I just want every day just to stir you up and to tell you, stay the course. And to be able to say to you, stay thirsty, my friend. Stay thirsty for wisdom. Because this that we are dealing with is real people. What, I discovered, and we are going to discover that in chapter 3, because we are not finished yet, that God, the Bible says, when he was creating the world, that it was through wisdom's blueprint that he created the world. He's the all-wise God. He's the source and the author of wisdom. He created it. And it said that by understanding, he set the tapestry of the universe in place and made it a wonder. Beautiful. And I was thinking about this. And I was saying that we too, it's going to have to be through wisdom that we create our world, people. And it's going to be by understanding that we are going to establish it. In essence, to decorate it, to furnish your life. There is so much furnishing that wisdom wants to bring. The house that wisdom wants to build for us, ladies and gentlemen, she wants to furnish it with riches, with wisdom, with insight. Listen to me, with long life, with discernment, with understanding. My sister-in-law just came in today. My sister-in-law just came in today, and she was there some time ago. But we made some changes in the house. Now I've got rid of some of the furnitures, brought in others. We repainted the place. And she was just saying, wow, the place looks so amazing, because she had seen it before. But the new furnishings, the new paint job and everything just lifted up the place. She was acquainted with the old one before. And I want you to listen to me. That's the very same thing that's going to happen to your life. That people who saw that old building before, but now that they are seeing this new house, seeing the new furnishing that wisdom is bringing to you, that pleasant attitude, that you are not rough on the edges anymore. Wisdom is teaching you when to talk, when to be quiet, how to watch your words. Don't tell me that other people are not going to see it. You are welcome, my friend N.G. Grell. I'm enjoying this school myself, even though I'm the teacher. But the revelation has, hold on a second. The revelation, as it flows through me, it's making me better. So I'm not just helping you, I'm helping myself as wisdom instructs me. So your life is going to become better. The furnishings, the house that wisdom is building for you, is going to be an amazing, amazing house. You'll be shining from a distance. Those that couldn't stand you before are going to begin to change their mind about you. They're going to begin to change your mind. They're going to begin to ask you, what happened to you? You are not this kind of rough and obnoxious person that we used to know. because wisdom is going to refine you. Wisdom is going to smooth you out. People are going to begin to like you. Thank you, Gladys. I love to see that. How many of you would again? I mean, in all honesty, if you don't see any change in your life, don't say anything. But if you are there day by day, as you delve into wisdom, as you cry out for wisdom, you are seeing changes. Oh my goodness. You know that something is happening in your life. I'm trying to change. I'm trying not to shout. That's why even here, I'm trying to come across, you understand what I'm saying, as being refined. Because my wife has been telling me, you don't have to shout. And sometimes, for some of us people, because for years we've been accustomed of doing things a certain way. I'm so glad to hear this, NG Greg. Because we've been, for so much of our lives, been accustomed. Folks, change is not easy, you know. But if you stick with it, it's going to happen. And it's going to take place in your life there. Charlene, you are just one of those among some of the others that if it was just for you to do this class, I would do it there. So, before we go into Filigaro, you let your husband know I got his package. Marcia Estrada, you changing too? Oh, that is so nice. That is so nice. You didn't have much to change anyway. But on the other hand, yes, you do have some changes to make there. So, listen, before we get into chapter 9, I also want to tell you, don't be too hard on yourself. Because sometimes when we make mistakes, it's like we feel we have to go back and start at the line again at the beginning. No. Pick up from where you fell. Pick up from where you miss it. Because I want you to understand that. And let me say that to all of us. We will not get it right 100% all the time. I want to say that to you. I want to say, I'm just so glad to see those of you that are coming on and you are declaring, I see those changes in my life. Because I'll tell you this, folks, once, and I call it an activation. Wow, Charlene, that is great. That is great. You know, I call it an activation. Once you activate that journey, once you sign up and enroll in the school of wisdom, I'm not talking about my class. I'm talking about the real McCoy wisdom, Lady Wisdom herself. Once you enroll with her, she starts working on you. She starts working on you. And let me tell you something. Those of you that I am friends with, that I get to see, because I don't get to see a whole lot of you, but I'm going to see some of you at the conference, and I'm going to watch you. I'm going to see how you handle. Sometimes people that might rub you the rough way, or you didn't get what you wanted. That's where wisdom is going to come in there. So I'm going to be watching you, Jazowski. I'm going to be watching you there. I celebrate every one of you that has signed up for this journey. So let's rewrite. It's okay, sweetheart. All of us, there's still work to be done in various areas, because I'm telling you this there. All of us. Miranda said, I want you to watch me. All of us have areas that we need wisdom to work on. Every one of us. And ladies and gentlemen, she's interested in every aspect of our life. I was just thinking today, there was a situation today, I'm trying to think about it, like when we were talking about leakage yesterday and how wisdom wants to plug those leaks in our lives, financial leaks where we are leaking out. And you need to begin to understand the enemy is going to put up a fight against wisdom. The enemy wants you to be leaking. The enemy wants to bring financial frustration to you. The enemy wants to sow discord in relationships. Wisdom is there to protect good relationships and to save you from bad ones. But the enemy wants you to get involved in the bad ones, that they can take you down that road there. And listen to this, people. Listen to this. You're going to find this out there. That's why wisdom is just so very important. You're going to find out that who you associate with, that's whose spirit that's going to influence you. That's so very true. Hang out with an angry man, and the Bible says you're going to assimilate his spirit. Oh yes. But we will get to that. So let's get to Proverbs chapter 9 with me right now. As you know from yesterday, I told you this is going to become a daily practice for us. We are all going, and that's why you need to be able to have more than one device. Let me tell you something. If you're going to become a better person, you've got to be willing to make investment in you. So instead of buying that shoes, go on Amazon, buy the Passion Paper Bible if you want to do that. If you could get a tablet with where you can download the Bible on, then you could do that. So if you have a laptop, then you can do that. But make sure you have another device that you can be following with us. I don't just want you to hear me. I want you to see it with your eyes. Because that's what I've got so many devices before me right now. Because I don't just want to say, okay, oh, that's so good, Bobby. That's just so good. There, plug in those leaks there, where you have some things where they trick you. And I tried to warn somebody about that. They're on the program. They know themselves. I was just so upset with them. Because I say, if you had asked me, I would have told you that's what's going to happen. That's a leakage. Where they tell you, just try this thing. But they never tell you every month. They're going to be sending it to you for how much money that's coming out. Easy to order, difficult to cancel. Leakage. So, we're giving you all of those things. Let's get to chapter 9 of Proverbs. It's not very, very long. So it says, wisdom has built herself a palace. Remember, I'm not commenting on it because my commentary is going to be on chapter 3. Wisdom has built herself a palace upon 7 pillars to keep it secure. We told you what those 7 pillars were. That's when we dealt with it. She has made ready a banquet feast, and the sacrifice has been killed. She has mingled her wine, and the table is all set. She has sent out her maidens, crying out from the high place, inviting everyone to come and eat until they are full. Whoever wants to know me and receive my wisdom, come and dine at my table and drink of my wine. I have some of those things highlighted there. She says, lay aside your simple thoughts and leave your paths behind. Agree with my ways, live in my truth, and you will find righteousness. If you try to correct an arrogant cynic, expect an angry insult in return. I wish I could comment on those things, but that's not the purpose there. And if you try to confront an evil man, don't be surprised if all you get is a slap in the face. So don't even bother to correct a mocker. God, I'd like to comment. So why are we wasting our time on some people that have no heart for correction? So don't bother to correct a mocker, for he'll only hate you for it. But go ahead and correct the wise. They love you even more. Teach a wise man what is right, and he'll grow even wiser, because he's a person of wisdom. Instruct the lovers of God, and they learn even more. The starting point of acquiring wisdom is to be consumed with awe as you worship Yahweh. To receive the revelation of the Holy One, you must come to the one who has living understanding. Wisdom, oh my goodness. I want you to make note of this there because it's in chapter 3. Hear what it says, people. Wisdom will extend your life. Oh, Jesus. Making every year more fruitful than the one before. We got to come back to this thing. So every year it's supposed to get better. You're supposed to be increasing more and more. So it is to your advantage to be wise. But to ignore the counsel of wisdom is to invite trouble in your life. That is verses 11 and 12. Now verse 13. Thank you, Elizabeth, for those stars. Listen to this there. It says there is a spirit called foolishness. The Bible calls it a spirit. So when people are foolish, they are possessed with a spirit that is called what? Foolishness. Who is boisterous and brash It's a woman spirit. The Bible is saying it calls her she. Wisdom is a she. Folly is a she. Listen to that. It says she's seductive and restless. And there she sits at the gateway to the high places on her throne overlooking the city. She preaches to all who walk by her, who are clueless as to what is happening. Come home with me. She invites those who are easily led astray, saying, illicit sex is the best sex of all. Our secret affair will be sweeter than all others. Little do they know when they answer her call that she dwells among the spirits of the dead, and all her guests soon become citizens of hell. That's Proverbs chapter 9 for us there. Nuggets to live by. Now let's go to chapter 3, and we are taking up from verse 13. You must highlight those things. Those that I'm dealing with, highlight them, because I can go through every single verse by verse. We'll be here till Jesus comes. Amen? But get your own revelation. Dig into it. Doesn't have to be what I'm highlighting for you. Take time. Read it. You know, somebody just posted, and I've been doing that for most of my Christian life, inculcating Proverbs into my routine, my Bible reading, and now more so than any other time. So let's go to verse 13, and let's look at what wisdom brings to her, brings to us when we find her. Listen to this. It says blessings. Come on, everybody say blessings. It didn't say a blessing. The blessing of eternal life, of knowing you're going to heaven. It's talking about blessings right here on the earth. It says blessings pour over the ones who find wisdom. So it's not like a hose that you take and you wet somebody. It's talking about buckets that are being poured, soaking wet, saturated with what? Blessings. Oh my God. Blessings pour over the ones who what? Who are saved? No. Just because you are saved doesn't mean you're going to be experiencing that kind of a life, that kind of an exuberant, prosperous life there. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it says blessings pour over the ones. So let me ask you, what picture do you get when you read that? You know what picture comes to me? Standing under a bucket, and I've seen it in some amusement park there. Seen it in some amusement park. Oh, it's freezing, but don't worry, it's going to stop, and you'll be able to watch it again. You'll be able to watch it again. But going back to what I'm talking about, the picture that I see is standing under a bucket where water is being poured, and every time the bucket fills out, how many of you have seen that? Every time the bucket fills up, it just turns over and keeps pouring. Wisdom says, that's what I am bringing to you. That's what I'm bringing to you. Let's stay with it, people. It will all work out well. It says, blessings pour over the ones who find wisdom, for they have obtained what? Living understanding. They have obtained what? Living understanding. Let's go on. It says, as wisdom increases. So that's why we have to grow in wisdom. We have to grow in wisdom. As wisdom increases, a great treasure is imparted. Oh my goodness. As wisdom increases. So folks, it behooves us to increase in wisdom. Our level in wisdom must increase. Because as wisdom increases, a great treasure is imparted. Listen to the next line. It says, greater than many bars of refined gold. Greater. You know how expensive gold is? I don't know how much it is right now for an ounce, but it must be up there close to $2,000 an ounce of gold. Close to that. And yet the Bible is saying, and listen to who's writing that there. The richest man who ever lived in his time, that he made gold as common, silver was on the streets. They were drinking out of golden cups, people. So when the man is saying to you that as wisdom increases, a great treasure is imparted, greater than many bars of refined gold, pure gold, then you ought to know, people, that wisdom is precious. And you have to place that premium on wisdom. You have to, if you want to benefit from it. You don't buy expensive gold jewelry and become careless with it, because that's a great treasure. So you make sure you protect it. You even insure it there, which I need to do there. Do we treat wisdom that way, people? Listen to me. Verse 15 says, it is a more valuable commodity than gold and gemstone. It is a more valuable commodity than gold and gemstones. People is talking about the value of wisdom. Do we place that premium on wisdom? Do we truly understand her value? Do we? Come on. Let me go on. It says, for there is nothing you desire that can be compared to her. Some of you want a husband. Some of you want a car. You want a home. You want so many things in life. Important things. A home, food, some things to make your life a little easier, a little more enjoyable. You listen to what I'm saying? And you know, dear God, that you would say, if only I could get this. And yet, wisdom is saying, there is nothing in life that you can desire that can be compared to her. Let's go on. Because this one here, I wanted to get to. It's talking about the rewards now of wisdom. What we read above was the value of wisdom. The value of wisdom. Listen to this. It says, wisdom extends to you long life in one hand. Long life in one hand. And how does she do that? She's extending this to us and saying, this is yours. This can be yours. Long life. That's what wisdom says. That I come to bring to you. In one hand, wisdom, long life. In the other hand, she says, wealth and promotion. Oh my God. Long life, two hands. Long life, wealth and promotion. And her hands are outstretched, saying to you, they are yours. That's the reward that I bring to your life. So, let me say this. You ought to be living longer than your predecessors if you stick with wisdom. Because she says, I'll protect your life. And how is that going to happen? I want you to listen to me. When it says, when wisdom says, in one hand, I have long life. Because if you listen to wisdom, some of the things that you are eating, wisdom will tell you, stay away from that. You can't just say, well, the Lord says I can eat anything. Wisdom is saying, oh, my Father. Can I share some things with you all, people? Because some of us think, I want you to hear this. When you read in the Old Testament, certain things that God said you should not be eating, He did not tell them, don't eat it on religious grounds. It was on health grounds. Because some of the things that you eat there, and I'm not saying that, you can't eat shrimp, lobster, and all of those other things. It's not a sin to eat it as some people would make it out to be. The reason that God told them, don't eat those things, people. And listen, health science discovered that way afterwards. Because they said when you eat a lot of those things, shrimp and lobster and crab and some of those shellfish there, what it does is that it sticks in the pocket of your colon. And that is why, you see, the people in Japan, they eat everything from the sea. If you've never been to Japan, when you go there, go to the fish markets, go to the market, and you will see all kinds of things. Apart from this, Japanese are healthy people. But because they consume so much of that, many of them fall victims to colon cancer. They discovered, ladies and gentlemen, that these things stick in the pocket of your colon and can produce colon cancer. God is not saying that you can't eat it. And some people will tell you, well, the New Testament say that you could eat anything. But some of us don't have the faith to go with it there. Are you listening? So it's not people. Because I know some people, whenever they go out to eat, it's a lot of shrimp. Don't feel bad. A lot of lobster, crab, and everything like that there. Now, if you eat that once in a while, nothing is really wrong with that. As a rule, I don't eat shrimp, I don't eat lobster. But sometimes in first class, they give me shrimp. I'll just bite one or something. I've just lost my taste for it there. I'll eat that. I don't feel condemned because I don't do it every day like people eat chicken every day. But there are some folks, every time they go out, that's what they do. So when wisdom says, I hold in one hand long life, and in the other hand, wealth and promotion. It's listening to wisdom in your eating and drinking habits. And in the other hand, wealth and promotion says, I'll teach you how to gain wealth. I'll teach you how to retain wealth. Because that's what she brings for you. Folks, I truly apologize for all of the freezing and the buffering. But as we have said, if you are serious about this class, you will go back and listen to it there. Let me run along there. The next part of the verse says, out of her mouth flows righteousness. In the King James, it says, there's nothing froward or perverse in my mouth there. Are you listening? Okay? Out of her mouth flows righteousness, and her words release both law and mercy. The ways of wisdom are sweet, always drawing you into the place of wholeness. Always drawing you into the place of wholeness. The ways of wisdom are sweet, always drawing you to the place of wholeness. Seeking for her brings, look it again here, people. Seeking for her brings the discovery of untold blessings, multiplied blessings, blessings you never thought that you would experience. Wisdom says, if you follow me, if you camp at the door of my house, that's what I am going to bring to you. Untold blessings. For she is the healing tree of life to those who taste her fruits. Let me wrap this up so you could hear. Go to verse 33, because read the rest for yourself. Read the rest for yourself. But let me leave this with you and share this. In verse 31, it says, don't act like those bullies or learn their ways, because whoever you hang around with, that's whose spirit is going to influence you. You hear what I'm saying to you? You hang around people that are just cussing. Listen, after a while, it's going to slip out, because that's the atmosphere you expose yourself to. You hang around people that have no respect for authority, for their parents, their spouse. Eventually, it's going to roll on you. You see, that's why wisdom says, make no friendship. I think it's Proverbs 14 or Proverbs 26. Make no friendship with an angry man, lest thou learn his ways, and it becomes a snare unto you. So that's why wisdom is saying, don't act like those bullies. Don't even learn their ways, because very subtly you can learn their ways. You hear what I'm saying? It says, go to verse 33 with me. It says, the wicked walk under God's constant curse. The wicked walk under God's constant curse, but the righteous walk under a stream of his blessings. Somebody better say, I'm walking under that stream of blessings. There is an ever-flowing stream of blessings that wisdom brings to those of us that go after her. It says the righteous, the wicked under God's curse, the righteous under the stream of God's blessing, for they seek to do what is right. Listen to that. That's what I'm telling you. It says, if you walk with the mockers, you will learn to mock. But God's grace and favor flow to the meek. If you walk with mockers, you will learn to mock. That's in the negative. Proverbs tells us, he who walks with the wise will be wise, but shame shall be the promotion of fools. There, you walk with fools, that's who you are going to become. It is called the law of assimilation there. So walk with people that are full of wisdom. At least They're on the journey. Walk with people who know where they are going. Walk with people that inspire you and not deflate your dreams and shoot down your dreams because they themselves have no dreams, no desire for wisdom. So let me say this in closing, people. Let me say that in closing. If you are serious about this journey that we are talking about, there has to be an evaluation of the people you hang out with. Because it's plain there for you to see whoever you hang out with. That's the people that's going to rub off on you. And the thing is this, people, it happens very subtly. You are not planning to become like them. You are not planning to take on their ways because you think you are so strong there. But before you know it, you are thinking like them. You are acting like them. And let me tell you, and you become like them. So wisdom says to you, watch the company that you keep there. Don't go down that road with them where they're going, a place of no future. Don't go down that road. I trust that you receive these lessons today, these nuggets, and that you are going to go back and listen because of the freezing. I say God bless you. I will see you tomorrow, the Lord willing, when we come back for another class on the School of Wisdom. And I am just praying that you are just so committed that you are deciding, I'm going back. I'm going back. I missed too much because of this freezing. So I'm going back to get what I missed and what was cut out. Until then, the Lord bless you. I bless you. I speak blessings upon you. I ask that God will increase your hunger for wisdom and that you will become a better person, a better individual. Until then, see you tomorrow, the Lord willing. God bless you abundantly.